Hello, Mustang basketball fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Mustang Basketball with Brad Bigler. I'm your host, Kelly Loft, Athletic Communications Director at Southwest Minnesota State University, and glad you could join us this week. A big weekend for the Mustangs on the road. They win at Bemidji State and Minnesota Crookston, now have a three-game winning streak, and as they continue this road swing coming up this weekend against Augustana and Wayne State. We'll talk about those games later on in the show, but right now we're going to talk about last week's games against Minnesota Crookston and Bemidji State University. And joining us this week is a special guest. Coach Bigler could not be here, but Mustang assistant coach Tramel Barnes with us here today. And he's been on the show in the past talking Mustang hoops. And great to have you back here, Coach. And, maybe we'll have to keep this going if we get a couple of wins. You just keep going.
Be the good luck charm. It's good to be back.
And great to go on the road last weekend and get the sweep, beating Bemidji State and Minnesota Crookston. Really did it with the defensive end there in the last couple of minutes of both games.
Yeah, they were good battles both games. Those are both teams that are scrappy. And we kind of out-scrapped them there at the end and came away and stole one at Bemidji. And then finished it out at Crookston, so it was a great weekend. Yeah,
against Bemidji State, the Mustangs win 75-71 last Friday. Southwest ended the game on a 13-0 run. Mustangs trailed by 18 early in the second half. Got it down to, manageable there in the last couple of minutes, but a 13-0 run. It was really an incredible defensive effort. Bemidji had 9 possessions in the last 3.5 minutes of the game and turned the ball over 8 times. And that's just the guys sticking with it and not giving up and really did it there, really forcing those turnovers.
Yeah, we committed to the press, especially, we're down 9 with 3 minutes left. That you just kind of got to create some controlled chaos, kind of is what it came down to. But it was good. The guys battled, and we got some steals. We made some plays. Mitch Wegg made a couple big free throws, made some plays, so it was good.
Yeah, of course, for the Mustangs, with the injuries, you've had a couple players now out for the season. You're playing with 8 guys. You need somebody to step up, and we've had different guys throughout the year, but Nate Hewitt coming through with a couple of big three-pointers. And, if he could do that, make a 3 a game or so, that's just a huge plus for your team.
Yeah, it's just another scoring presence that we have. It takes a little bit off of Joey, Cole, all those other guys when it comes to that. But Nate had a great weekend. The guy works his butt off, and we're happy to have him out there, and we're shorthanded kind of with only 8 guys, so we got to roll with everyone.
Of course, also for the Mustangs in that ball game against Bemidji State, Cole Martin with 15 points, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, 3 assists, and he really made some big plays down the stretch.
Yeah, he did. Cole's senior leadership, he's kind of been our go-to guy on the offensive end for most of the year. So him, having good games, having good weekends is crucial for us to be successful.
And, of course, another player that's played extremely well the last couple of weeks in both games this past weekend, freshman Carter Kirk, really making a presence known now in the paint scoring-wise, now with 3 straight games with double-figure scoring.
Yep, he's kind of found himself a little bit here. He's realized that he's 6'8", and he's 240 pounds, and he doesn't have to fade away on some shots when he gets in the lane, so it's been fun seeing him grow. He's only a freshman, and you get through that grind, and he's having a pretty good year for being a true freshman. So it's been fun to see him kind of dominate in the offensive end a little bit more too.
And he's got a lot of minutes, both Nate Hewitt getting some minutes, and Turner Moan and MJ Delmore. I mean, some of these guys, they're even not really freshmen now that were played 22, 23 games of the season.
Yep, at this time of the year, there's no such thing as a freshman anymore, at the end of the year, so it's been good.
Well, the Mustangs come back and get that win, 75-71 over Bemidji State. The next night, Minnesota Crookston was the opponent for the Mustangs, and they get a 73-64 victory. Back and forth game throughout. The game was, UMC's lead for much of the second half. Mustangs tied it up. UMC takes a 4-point lead with 4 minutes to go, but a 15-0 run by the Mustangs erased that deficit. You closed the game on an 18-5 run. So in those last 2 games, a 31-5 run the last 4 minutes of each game. Very impressive. And again, made some defensive stops. The Mustangs did against UMC, but offensively made some baskets and then got to the free throw line and made the free throws.
Yep, and especially at this time of year, we spend a lot of time on situations in practice. So the guys know we're down 4, we're down 5. We've been through that. We do that every single day. So I think that's been one thing that Coach Bigler really likes. I think it's really helped us finish games, and especially from last weekend, finish those 2 games.
And the key against Minnesota Crookston, stat-wise, just 5 turnovers for the Mustangs. The weekend prior against Minnesota Duluth, you had a season-low 4 turnovers, but such a critical number to keep that under 10 turnovers. Just those extra possessions are going to make a big difference late in the game, and that's the case here. Just 5 turnovers for the Mustangs. Points off turnovers, Southwest a 16-6 advantage, and it's kind of the stat we've been talking about all season long is points off turnovers, and you guys held on to the basketball.
Yep, turnovers have kind of been our Achilles heel all year. So when we're up around that 12, 13, 14, 15, those are the games that we've unfortunately have lost. But, when we do control our own destiny and not having those constant turnovers like that, we've been good. We've been in ball games.
Well, 4 players had 14 points for the Mustangs in that win over UMC. Carter Kirk with 14, Cole Martin, Travis Minders, and Joey Bartlett. And good to see Travis get back in that double-digit scoring mark. He was a force there late to get a couple of baskets and free throws to tie the game.
Yep, yeah, he was. Trav hit some big shots. His senior leadership, he's out there getting to the hole, made a couple layups, So hey, we need that with Travis, Cole, those guys being our seniors on our team. Their seniors are kind of our identity. We need those guys to step up, and they did a great job last week.
And another player that stepped up, a leading scorer, and that's Joey Bartlett. He kind of struggled with his shot the last 2 or 3 weekends, but on Saturday night goes 5 of 11, hit a couple of threes, had 14 points, 3 steals, and to make a run here in the last 4 games of the regular season and into the tournament, we're going to need Joey to be that scorer, that presence that he was in the first over half of the season.
Yep, and teams have been really focusing in on Joe. He has been getting great looks here recently, but he's just got to keep focusing in, taking good shots. And he's not. I thought he did a good job last week at not forcing bad shots. He kind of took what he had. Bemidji, he didn't have a ton. They were icing him. It looked like a little bit, but he did a great job.
And you look at some other of the numbers from the weekend. We talked about the freshmen. They played a lot of minutes, but you're going to have some ups and downs. And Coach Bigler has said that every week on this show. And you look at MJ Delmore, 1 of 6 shooting. Just a couple games ago, he had about 18 points or something. And made a lot of 3-pointers. Just how difficult is that? You played in the league, just being a freshman, the ups and downs. We're going to have to deal with that for the rest of this year, and until just you get stronger and bigger, faster, stronger. I suppose that's you're going to have these ups and downs.
In your freshman year, it's physically you're challenging and mentally. You get in there. MJ had a great weekend. The weekend before, I think he was 4 for 4 one game from 3. And then you miss a shot or two, and you get down on yourself a little bit. But I think he's done a good job. He's done a good job being our leader out there, playing the point guard position. He just needs to keep battling.
Well, the Mustangs get the win. Their second road sweep of the season against NSIC North teams back in December. The Mustangs beat University of Mary and Minot State, and now this is their second 3-game winning streak of the season. Earlier this year, beat Northern Michigan, Sioux Falls, and Winona State back in early December. So the Mustangs now sitting with a record of 12-12 overall and 8-10 in the Northern Sun Conference. We've talked about the games against Bemidji and UMC. Now let's take a look at the highlights as we start off in Bemidji as the Mustangs take on Bemidji State University. And we open up here, Coach. We talked about the defense this first early on in the game. Joey Bartlett with the steal.
Jumps the passing lane there.
Yep, gets the steal and then the dunk. And then Travis Minders. Again, he had 3 baskets, 1 3, and this is his only 3 of the game against Bemidji State. But then here's Carter Kirk really making his presence known.
Yep, Carter's been really good about getting to the paint and being physical when he's down there. He's a big kid, 6'8", 240. He's got to be able to use that weight a little bit, and he's pretty athletic for his size too.
Gets the dunk off the assist from Cole Martin, and now the Mustangs patient. Dribble drive by Delmore, reverse layup to Kirk. And Turner Moen had 1 3, and this was a big one here, top of the screen here in the second half.
Yep, Turner, when he's hitting shots, man, he's just a tough kid for us. We need him just out there on the floor, being the floor general.
You see the Mustangs midway through the second half, trailing by 17, but just plugging away, getting the ball underneath to Mitch Wegg with the and 1. And then a couple of big threes here by Hewitt.
Yeah, it's nice when we can have another scoring presence come off that bench. Nate Hewitt came out. Guy works his butt off and gets rewarded finally and hits a couple big threes for us, which we needed, kind of got us going.
Career high 8 points for the redshirt freshman. And then a Carter Kirk again picks up the loose ball, goes in for the dunk, and then a nice pass from Hewitt to Carter as well here. And Mustangs chipping away here, trying to get it under down inside double digits.
Yep, we're just single. We made a run there right around that 7 mark and had it down, and then they went on a run themselves. So right now we're just chipping away, trying to get that lead down.
And now you're going to see a lot of steals by the Mustangs, and they make the comeback. Again, Minders with the layup. Mustangs now trail by 4 with 2.5 to go. On the offensive end, Minders gets it underneath. Here's Mitch Wegg.
Yep, and pounding it down, scoring Joey
with
a
Bartlett.
nice finish.
And here's Weg with the
jump hook there.
That ties it, and then after 2 missed free throws by Joey Bartlett, Weg keeps it alive, gets the old board, it goes up strong, and gives the Mustangs the lead.
Yeah, Mitch is our workhorse. He's been doing that his whole career, and that's kind of his MO.
There's a steal by Martin. Mustangs make 1 of 2 to go up by 3, and then one last chance here. The Mustangs get another steal and seal it up as Weg makes 1 of 2 free throws as the Mustangs get the win 75-71. And you've been on both sides of it, Trammell, as a player and as a coach against Sioux Falls this year. At home, USF made a big comeback, and we had the lead the whole time, but they're pressuring and turning the ball over, making us turn the ball over. That was pretty crazy to see Bemidji just couldn't hold on to that lead, and just the momentum kept going. Not much you can do, I suppose, as a coach sometimes to stop that snowball.
No, and when you're down that much with 3 minutes, you gotta that other team's got to make a couple plays to help you out. And they did. We obviously forced some turnovers with our pressure, but they made some bad passes, and we just took advantage of it.
Yeah, and then, of course, the Mustangs with that big win. Got to go on the road to Minnesota Crookston. The Golden Eagles beat Sioux Falls on Friday night in overtime. And you just talked about that, Trammell, how you need the other team to maybe help you out at some point. And, again, the Mustangs down 4. With 4 minutes to go, you get a couple of free throws from Travis Minders. Following that, they break the press. They have a 2-on-1. They shoot a 3, which is kind of their game. And if it goes in, it's a great shot. They go up by 5, but they miss it. Early in the shot clock, we get the board, come back, tie it, and basically that started up, continue that 15-0 run.
The run there, that was a big missed 3. When I saw that go up, it was kind of one of those make or breaks. If they hit it, you're down 7 or 8, whatever it might have been. I think we were down 5 at the time. We'd have been down 8, but he missed it. We got a quick transition back and got a bucket. So, that was kind of one of the things that kind of turned the tables.
Again, the Mustangs shot 50% in the ball game against UMC, shot 50% in both halves. Again, had just 5 turnovers, but got to the free throw line 21 times, made 18. UMC just 4 of 6 from the stripe. But the Mustangs get the win 73-64. Let's take a look at the highlights from Lysacker Gymnasium in Crookston, Minnesota. Mustangs in the white uniforms, and bottom of the screen, Travis Minders misses the 3, but there's Mitch Weg again, the Mustangs leading rebounder, and now Joey Bartlett with a couple of nice moves.
Yep. Yeah, and we've been, Joey's been a great post presence for us. He's going to have a lot of undersized guards at 6'5" that are a little skinnier than him, so he's done a great job using his body, getting in the paint and finishing.
Bartlett 5 of 11 shooting in the ball game. And here's Carter Kirk again. He had 14 points, 6 of 7 shooting. It's the and 1. Continuing on here in the opening half, Delmore drives, spins, and nice take. His lone basket of the game. Now he'll drive again and dish off beautifully to Carter Kirk.
Yeah, those two made a nice little combo this weekend, having a couple finding each other there with MJ and finding Carter as he does again here, and Carter goes up for the score.
Again, Carter getting some good looks, shooting at a high percentage, and why not when you're inside 10 feet? There gets another and 1. Mustangs again trailed 32-31 at halftime as we continue on with first half highlights. Nice assist, Travis Minders to Kirk. And then another big old board for the Mustangs to keep it alive. Martin gets the basket. And then Turner Moen, this gave the Mustangs the lead late in the first half.
As Coles here finds Turner in the corner. Turner Moen knocks down another big 3.
Mustangs now into the second half. Again, trailed 32-31. Again, back and forth. Mitch, nice take for the sophomore. Cole Martin, Mustangs 5 threes in the contest. Here's one of them from the bottom of the screen. Cole 2 of 4 tonight. Connects on that 3. And Minders with a floater in the lane.
Travis, a nice take, getting into the paint, using his body, does a little rondo spin and finishes for the nice 2. So
the Mustangs get a turnover here. Bad pass. They come down, take advantage of it. Martin with the 3 in transition.
Yeah, and Cole being able to knock down those shots are huge for us, just for confidence for him and for our team as well.
Excellent job there to scoop it up. Minders takes it in, and then Bartlett with the big 3. He's at the top of your screen, left wing. And then a couple reverse layups by Kirk and Mitch Weg.
You know, good patience by Carter. He takes what he could get from the D, just drives. Mitch comes in here, same thing, finishes.
Mustangs were out-rebounded 31-27, out-rebounded in both games, but shooting in a high clip at 50%. Got a basket there by Minders. With it here, he'll kick it out to Martin.
Great take by Cole here. Feels the contact, spins back, and is able to finish and let us get our press back on.
Last couple of highlights. Here's Mitch Weg with the and one. And capped off, why not, with the defensive, that was an and one, great play, and then the defense does it here as Turner Moen with the steal.
Yep. And that kind of sealed it a little bit there with about 30 seconds left, I believe, and they're fouling, and we're shooting free throws.
And the Mustangs did an excellent job making free throws down the stretch. I think it was 11 of 12, the Mustangs there from the free throw line in the last couple of minutes to win that game, 73-64. And as we mentioned, Mustangs now 12-12 overall, 8-10 in the Northern Sun Conference, right now tied for 5th place in the NSIC South. And you know, trying to get a home playoff game, it's going to be tough, but got to do it one game at a time, and that starts up this weekend. Again, the Mustangs have 4 regular season games left, 2 on the road, 2 at home this weekend, taking on the conference leader, Augustana, who's on a big winning streak. They've lost just one time and beat the Mustangs in early January. Then you play Wayne State on Saturday, a team that, and we're playing the top team and the bottom team in the standings, but both teams are capable of obviously putting up some big numbers, and Augie's going to be a challenge. They really can do it on both ends of the floor. They're number 1 in rebound margin, but can score as well.
Oh yeah, you know, Augustana's a great team. Their size, they kind of have a little piece of everything. They've got shooters, they've got size with Houston and Schilling. You know, they've got a very, very good team this year. You know, and we're just going to go in there. You just got to battle, put your nose in there, and go and battle with them.
And then, of course, as we mentioned, the following night, Wayne State down in Wayne, Nebraska. And again, a team that struggled at times, but, you know, is always tough at home. And that'll be a tough one on Saturday for the Mustangs as well, as they continue to try to get to 500 in conference play and over 500 for the regular season overall. And then, of course, the Mustangs come home and take on Concordia St. Paul and Minnesota State in the last regular season weekend in Marshall. So, Coach, I mean, again, 4 games left. This is the stretch time, and you know, everybody's banged up a little bit for all the teams. So this is really who can dig deep and get ready for these games this weekend.
You know, it's coming down to crunch time, you know, and in the SIC, anybody can beat anybody. As we've kind of seen here, whether you're the worst team in the league or the best team in the league, you can take a hiccup once in a while. So, you know, it's going to be a battle no matter who we play when it comes down to that conference tournament. We've got 4 tough games here. They're all good teams, you know, that we're going to be playing. So we're just going to have to compete here these last 4 games and get it going.
Yeah, it should be fun. Again, the Mustangs Friday night, 8 o'clock at Augustana at the Sioux Falls Arena, and then 6 o'clock on Saturday against Wayne State College down in Rice Auditorium. Well, Tramel Barnes, thanks for stopping in this week, filling in for the head coach, Brad Bigler. I'm Kelly Loft. Thanks for watching. A special thanks to you, again, watching here at smsumustangs.com and at Studio One Marshall Cable Access. For Tramel Barnes, I'm Kelly Loft. Until next time, go Mustangs!